We are Pakistan Pot 97. CPAC development, China Pakistan Economic Corridor. CPAC power project by fuel. One of the most active focus areas of CPAC is to fulfill the existing and increasing demand for the electricity by building renewable and non renewable energy power stations. These projects have a wide scope and consist of rural power stations, water ponds and wind farms, hydropower, hydropower stations, and transmission lines. The projects are scattered. The projects are scattered over Balochistan, Sindh, Punjab, and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. We'll continue talking about all these sources as we move ahead, and we'll certainly provide you more on it as we move along with the next sentences. Let's talk about another topic over here: industrial development, secondary and tertiary. Industrial development, secondary and tertiary industries. Well, the primary industry is agriculture, and we have already read about agriculture. Right now, we are talking about industrial development. Whenever we talk about industrial development, well, agriculture is the primary industry. Then we have got secondary industry and tertiary industries. We'll talk about them as we go ahead. Industries can be divided into three categories: the primary industries, secondary industries, and tertiary industries. Primary industries are concerned with producing primary resources, for example, growing crops, catching fish. That is the primary industry. Now talk about secondary industries. Secondary industries process primary resources to make products to be sold to consumers or to other secondary industries. For example, fruit might be sold to shoppers in a market, or it could be processed into juice. A secondary product. Tertiary industries are those that provide a service that people pay for, such as tourism, healthcare, or transport. Well, we are going to learn a lot in such videos. We'll talk about the secondary industry. We'll talk about the principal factory industries in Pakistan. We'll talk about the special industrial zones. Next, we'll talk about the government industrial policy since independence. We talk about formal and informal sectors. We talk about cottage, craft, and small scale industries in Pakistan. We talk about industrialization and environmental concerns. We talk about the tertiary industry, tourism, and call centers. Let's talk about the secondary industry. Secondary industry is concerned with changing raw materials from the primary sector or secondary products to form a semi-finished or finished products. The semi-finished products or finished products. It is a system with inputs, processes, and outputs. Well, we can see the inputs can be grouped into the capital, enterprise, land, raw material, power, and labor. And then what are the processes? If we talk about the processes, it can be smelting, weaving, spinning, dyeing, printing, knitting, stitching, tanning, molding. Now we talk about the outputs. Processed goods such as cement, cotton, yarn, ghee, lime, sugar, and wheat flour, which may be raw materials for the industries or sold directly to the public.